at AiM have been recognizing individuals who have spent most of their careers in hospitality and have contributed to the betterment of hospitality industry in a significant and a lasting way over an extended period. To honor and felicitate, first, I would like to invite the most honorable and charismatic hotelier of the region, Mr. Ajay Bakaya, on the stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Ajay Bakaya. I think everybody, Ajay Bakaya said, does not need an introduction. Everybody knows him. He will be felicitating on behalf of AiM, a Hansaraj graduate of 1986, who completed his MBA from Jammu University in 1990. During that period, only financial organization in India that was disbursing loan to hotels was TFCI, and he joined as a junior executive there. There were only, I think, about 4 or 5 people. From there, the organization grew, but later, I think around 2000, banks started also funding the hospitality project. I've seen the present-day bankers who provide loans and observed how much these bankers grow in terms of their own individual financial status. However, this person could not grow in terms of finances. However, he grew professionally very, very significantly. His integrity and his dedication to work are examples for all of us to follow. He is now currently a valuable employee of the same organization which he joined almost 25 years ago. Maybe more, I think, about 30 years ago. And now he's serving as the full-time director and CFO of TFCI. I take pride in inviting Mr. Anup Bali to accept this small token of appreciation from AiM. Please put your hands together for Mr. Bali.
I've known him for the last 30-odd years through his TFCI journey. We worked together on several projects, and it's great to see somebody stay on with the organization and grow with the organization. He knows the industry well. He knows most companies well. He's followed the trajectory. And it's good to have a corporation in India that is a friend in all sorts of need to hoteliers. Anup, congratulations. And wonderful.
I never expected it when they told me. I am not a hotelier. But over the years, I think I have understood the sector so well that I feel part of this thing, and that was the reason why I stayed on. I think I enjoyed it. What I found, it is quite in variance with other sectors, that I couldn't find more passionate people in this sector, in any other sector than this hospitality sector. People were so involved that they were not looking at profits or they were not looking at anything else, but they always wanted to add and give more and more to the sector. And that is what I've seen. I always feel that in any other sector, you have a product, you may have 6 products, but when you are operating a 500-room hotel, you have 1,000 customers who have to be satisfied. And I think no other sector can do it. And that was the reason why I felt this is a special area and which requires financial support. And throughout our 35 years of existence, we have been funding hotels. And I am very proud to say today, TFCI has funded 600 hotels. We have been part and parcel in developing, I think, more than 55,000 star category hotel rooms. I think when we started, we were very clear that we wanted standardization and we want operators to be there. And in fact, I must say that many of the chains which have grown big, we were always there for them right from the beginning. And I'm so happy that our institution, myself and my institution, has been recognized for the contribution we have been doing for the hospitality sector. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The second person who goes on the Hall of Fame wall to honor this, I will like to call one of my very, very close friend, who I refer to as the walking encyclopedia of Nepal industry and hospitality. May I request Mr. Upal Majumdar to please join me on the stage. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, AiM is about the subcontinent. It is not only India, it is not only Nepal, it's Sri Lanka. We've been to Sri Lanka and we've been to Bangladesh. So now we have a person, I think we're very, very proud to have one of the most educated practicing hotelier on this planet Earth, I think. I may be wrong, but so far I have not heard of this. This person holds an MPhil in tourism and hospitality management, and is a very rare hotelier who is pursuing PhD in tourism, hospitality and management and is still practicing hospitality. He began his journey as a very junior executive in the first new 5-star hotel in Dhaka, the Westin Dhaka. Through his sheer hard work, he rose to management positions. As of today, he is the CEO of the owning company of Westin Hotel, where he had started just as a junior executive. Life is a full circle. That must be his hard work and sheer grit and his knowledge, which has brought him to this level. He is now establishing more than 5-star hotels for the group. May I call upon a stage my dear friend, Mr. Shakmat Hussain from Bangladesh, to receive this honorable award.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. And I hope you're enjoying the lovely city of Kathmandu. Many of you yesterday were roaming around in t-shirts. In fact, I found my friend Pushpendra Bansal in the morning in a t-shirt. And I said, "Bhai, Kathmandu ka thand to thoda sa logo ko thoda maza dilwaye." So we had some nice rain and you'll enjoy the chill a little bit. But unlike Delhi, where I belong to, it's not polluted chill. It's like a free, fresh mountain air. So ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce my friend Mohammad Shakawat Hussain, the only Bangladeshi hotelier who is an industry practitioner. He's an academician and a researcher who has pursued his PhD in tourism and hospitality management at the University of Dhaka, and has been recognized with multiple national and international awards, including the Best Hospitality Business Professional of the Year at the International Business Excellence Awards 2023 by Business America. He has also been a winner in the Asian Curry Award 2021 by the Asian Catering Federation in UK, right? He holds a Master's of Philosophy and an MBA in Tourism and Hospitality Management from the University of Dhaka. So you can see he's a big academic, which most of us hoteliers aren't. You know, we barely get through hotel management, and then it's, you know, it's a journey of how you reach where you did. But my friend Shakawat Hussain has 20 years of experience. He's worked with various prestigious hotels. And during his tenure of 13 years at the Westin Dhaka, which is a very fine property in Dhaka in Bangladesh, he crossed several steps of success and was the general manager and was also appointed as the youngest resident manager by Marriott International. He's a member of the Tourism Master Plan Evaluation Committee, Ministry of Civil Aviation and Tourism, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, and many other occasions. Please give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Give me great pleasure to introduce him.
Mr. Hussain, would you like to share your experience with us and enlighten us?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am very excited and honored to receive Sir's prestigious recognition by AiM. And actually, AiM is a platform that I understood. It's a complete hoteliers platform. Those who work from the background of the hotel, also those who work from the front side. So like a movie, who is the director, who is the producer, and who are the makeup artists, we don't see. The main architect and the engineers and the builders of the hotel, they are here today. And we are the operations people, though I have little bit experience about project management. However, I am very happy and honored to be here today. And many senior colleagues and luminaries of and living legends of hospitality industry, those who are here today. I would like to thank everyone for such recognition to a Bangladeshi guy that is here today. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Mr. Hussain, you please take a seat on the stage. Oh boy, this is a great experience. Okay, good. This is what Mrs. Call does. He gives me the stage at this point of time. This one has made me very nostalgic. I have done about, 126 projects designed so far in my career. Out of that, about 70 are standing tall. But there is only one project that is etched in my memory, because I've had a near-death experience on that project. And not only that, I've had fantastic experiences during the execution of that project, and Ramesh was always part of it. We've seen that when the stones were being pelted, people were coming out. So this is the project, Khyber Gulmarg. And it is one of the most memorable, and this is something I can never forget in my life. I was on the snow, inside 5 feet, 6 feet, and they were not able to take me out. They were shouting. 5, 6 people came to lift me up, and then ultimately, next day when I reached the site, it was all okay. And we could design the hotel. But the site was so fantastic, and primarily it was not only the design, but Umar's personal involvement in every fine detail. Mr. Tambu was so keen that he did not want to leave anything unturned, although the budgets were going haywire, but he continued, persisted. When the time was not that ripe for hospitality, that time the rates were down, Kashmir was fully disturbed. But we made that hotel. But today, that hotel is very successful. I very proudly call upon Mr. Ramesh Kaul only to honor Mr. Umar Tambu on the stage. Mr. Kaul, please join me here. And Mr. Tambu, please join me. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Mr. Umar Tambu.
Thank you, Anil, for giving me this opportunity. In fact, as you rightly said, there's a lot of nostalgia in that project. I remember Umar is still young, but he was younger when he met me first time and said that he wanted to create a project. And we spent almost about a month and a half to decide what we should build. And every time we start a discussion, we'll start afresh, run through the entire discussions we've had the previous day. And at some stage, it was, we were trying to figure it out, what is it that he wants to do. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is he's a pure perfectionist, wouldn't agree to anything unless and until he's convinced. And when we talked about luxury, we talked about upper upscale, we talked about a destination. He ensured that he visited the places I referred to. And I think, I urge all the owners who are diversifying in the hospitality industry, please learn one thing that he did. He didn't believe what people spoke. He saw what he wanted to build. And I think that's something the success of Khyber today is, because till the time he felt what people expected in those luxury resorts, how they wanted a particular experience, whether it was breakfast, whether it was the linen, whether it was the shower, whether it was even, I still remember in one of the debates whether we should have a 20-gram soap or a 100-gram soap in the washroom. So, he went into the nitty-gritties of finding out how to actually give that value for money to the guest. And today, if I had to ask any owner, any consultant that was involved in the project, whether the brick was put horizontal or vertical, they may not know. But yes, of course, Umar would exactly know what happened on every slab, on every floor, on every corridor of that hotel. Umar, hats off to you for creating an iconic project. We are very proud that we're associated with this project, and it's really an honor to be a part of this facilitation ceremony to honor you for your contribution, for bringing India to a level which in fact has put us, which has made us very proud. Thank you very much.
Mr. Tambu, please say a few words about us. You can say whatever you wish, however we troubled you, but I think the end result was good. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I think all I want to say is that I'm not a hotelier, but I think what I have done rightly is, probably met the right people. When I started this project, Kohl Saab was there, Anil Sharma was there, and the whole team, what we put together, I think it is only because of them that we could conceive such a project. So my job was only to make sure that they come and they're together, and we all brainstorm and move ahead. And of course, the team which is running the hotel, I'm not a hotelier by training or anything. So my job is only to put the right people there, and thanks to all of them, they're doing an excellent job. And honestly, thanks to all of you, because since yesterday I've come here, all the leaders of the industry have been so kind, so gracious. We are all sitting here right now. I want to thank all of them for all the appreciation they have given me and the love they have shown over years. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. To honor this shining star of the hospitality, I wish to invite on stage Bhishma Pitama of the hospitality industry, Mr. K.B. Kachru. This young shining star, who AiM is very privileged to honor, is an inspiration to many of us here in this audience. He is one of the few who graduated from Pusa in Delhi, then trained with ITC, before moving to Australia and spearhead the operations of Stamford Group of Hotels at Sydney area. In 2001, he moved back to India, Mumbai, as the operations head of Renaissance Hotels and Convention Center. From there, he rose to become the cluster head of Marriott Hotels in Australia, Sydney area again. He went back to Australia. However, his love for India brought him back again to head the Marriott Hotels of India in Asia Pacific. Today, he is the brightest shining star of the hospitality as the president, Asia Pacific, excluding China, at Marriott International. His phenomenal success can not only be attributed to his prowess of hospitality, but also to his personality. He is a down-to-earth person, humble, human being, and he is actually a people's person, I believe. He has an elephant's memory as far as the names and people are concerned, with regard to remembering names of the people. While running operations at Renaissance, he would greet a very junior associate of his by his first name, put his hand around his shoulder, and ask him about his family and wife. He would know what class were his kids studying in. To be able to treat your guests, treat your associates with such passion and so much of compassion and so much of family and togetherness is what makes you what you are today, sir. And you never shy in calling a spade a spade. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Rajiv Menon, the star of the evening. We are very privileged to have him here, Mr. Rajiv Menon. May I request Mr. Kachuru to say a few words about Mr. Menon?
It's not only a proud moment, but really a privilege for me to be with people who are making Indians happen. Rajiv has made us proud of what he did in this part of the world, and actually he's leading the way. Things are happening in our industry. He's a front runner, a kind person, and he believes in actually a plan where today's youngsters can see what a person who has gone step by step and achieved the pinnacle in Asia Pacific. I see Rajiv going much, much higher, and I think we will celebrate that sooner than later. But I think the entire industry is really proud of what you are doing. You have made us proud. Thank you, Rajiv.
Please, sir, may I share your experience with us?
Ladies and gentlemen, Rameshji, Anilji, and all the delegates for AiM, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to first of all be here. It is truly an honor to be receiving this recognition. For me, I see many stalwarts sitting in front of me, KB, Ajay, Ratan, Suresh. We've all worked together, and I have to say that I continue to learn from every single one of all of you and other members of our industry, be it the consultants, the folks that work behind the scene in front of the house, because I have always been a believer that this industry has incredible potential and a long way to grow. When you think about the world, back in 2012, 1 billion people crossed borders. We did have a little bit of a hiccup with COVID, but I think everybody would agree with me that COVID has reaffirmed the power of travel, how strong travel has bounced back. And anybody who was a doubter on our industry, it's been put to rest that our industry is going to be staying here for centuries and centuries to come. This is the way humans are built, to socialize and to travel the world. So I'm just a very small component of it. I am receiving this recognition on behalf of my 83,000 associate team that I represent across Asia Pacific, who give me strength and basically are the folks that do some incredible work in delivering some phenomenal results. Now I have to say, I've been in Nepal for the first time ever, and truly impressed with what I've seen, the hospitality of all the partners that we met. Rahul, thanks so much for your generosity and number of others who called Nepal home. I generally believe that this country has immense potential. As we continue to see the growth in other parts of Asia, including India, I see Nepal going a long way. It has so much to offer, and in fact, we spent a fair bit of time today just brainstorming ideas on what can we do to promote this incredible destination where Marriott can support and bring some marquee events to really position from a long-term perspective. As you know, Marriott, we are blessed to have around 200 million Marriott Bonvoy members who travel the world, and we love to have them to showcase Nepal to them and bring them across and experience this lovely destination. But once again, thank you for all your love, your generosity. Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Rameshji, for everything that you've done to continue to teach us what hoteliering is all about every single day. I am just incredibly proud to be part of this great community. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Mr. Menon, please take your seat on the stage. May I now invite on stage my closest friend and my mentor, who taught me my first few lessons of hospitality in the industry, who has been like a godfather to me throughout my career years as a hotel architect. May I call upon Mr. Rakesh Mathur to join me on the stage to give away this award. Mr. Mathur was here last year, and he had an accident long time back, where a very bad accident where he lost his wife also. But that thing never surfaced. In a high AiM last year at the Marriott Hotel, he suddenly collapsed, kind of. His back was tripped and everything, so it went bad. But now I think he's perfectly fine. He's had an operation. He's perfectly fine, and that is the spirit in him that keeps him driving. So, thank you. Okay, this is an army officer's son, a graduate from the Ferguson College of Pune in economics. He chose to join Oberoi's Hotels as a management trainee in 78-80, had begun a journey of hospitality professional that is legendary, to say the least. He's a postgraduate from the Caroline Essec institution in Paris, only demonstrating extreme commitment to industry to gain and impart knowledge. He served with the Oberois for 17 years, with positions as GM of Solti Oberoi. I mean, he's been here in Kathmandu. As the VP of Mina House Oberois of Egypt, he then joined Taj Group of Hotels as VP and GM for 2 years, and then on, he moved to Leela Hotels. And he was the main man behind the success of Leela Hotels from where they started and where it has gone. Of course, professional in him wanted more challenges, and this gave him another opportunity to work with Leela for 14 years. SVP of Leela Mumbai, initially Mr. Kaul, then became president of Leela Group and steered the company through its growth until 2020. He still continues to serve this hospitality industry as an independent consultant. May I call on stage Mr. Rajiv Kaul here. Mr. Mathur, please say a few words about him.
Just to complete Anil's story, I have steel plate and 4 screws inserted in my back, and that's what's making me stand upright. Now, Anil just told me say a few words about Rajiv. It's not possible. It can't be said in a few words, because Rajiv and I go back to the Oberoi School of Management, where I happened to be the manager manpower development at that time. And Rajiv joined as a management trainee. So far, so good. I remember a very interesting incident when Rajiv and another colleague of ours called Jagmohan, Jaggi, they both were the best of friends. Of course, they are now related also. they both went to the Taj Hotel one night. And I don't know what got into them. They thought, they were Oberois and they would make some complaints and create a scene and rush out and come back. And the general manager there happened to be, God bless his soul, Mr. Johar. Somehow, somebody got wind of the fact that two management trainees from Oberois were creating trouble. So, if I'm not wrong, Rajiv, the story goes that he took them down to the basement into the security room and kept them there. Then they called me late at night. I had to ring him up and apologize to him. And then they were let out the next day. So that was one very, very interesting incident. But the best thing is that Rajiv went on to head the Taj Group at one time, So Rajiv, I'm mighty proud that I trained you or untrained you. But I'm so glad that we spent so many years together. And irrespective of where he was, he's always been in touch. And we've really been always close to each other. And I'm mighty proud today to be here to facilitate him.
Mr. Kaul, please share your experiences with us. Yeah.
Good evening. Firstly, thank you very much, AiM. Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, Anil. And thank you, you always call your teacher, but we sometimes after a few drinks may say Rakesh, but it's Mr. Mathur. So 45 years ago or 46 years ago, when some of us started out as management trainees, so he was really our assistant manager at the Oberoi school. And I'm surprised that he still remembers its incident, which is... folks, thank you very much. It's been a, it's been a journey of 45 years, and the best thing about the journey is actually the friends that you make on the way. That's really wonderful. So I'm so happy that I haven't received my recognition so far, the plaque, but when I will, I'm really delighted that I'll be receiving it from somebody who's, who is best qualified and from whom one has received so much over the years. So thank you for that. As I was saying, the best thing is the journey, and the friends that you make, and it's really nice that this evening what makes it special for me is that, I have special friends and special colleagues, and over the years, Ajay is there, Ratan is there, Suresh, Bhishma Patamaji, he's there, and Rajiv here, and some new friends as well. So thank you very much. It's really, at the end of it all, when you look back and you said, what have you really done? What have you really achieved? It's the relationships, it's the people that you have mentored, it's the friendships that you have fostered. And for me personally, I was privileged that I could spend my entire career with some of the best hotels, So I had a chance to helm the Oberoi New Delhi, the Oberoi Bombay, of course the Solti Oberoi, which is wonderful. And I'm happy my wife is here this evening. Thank you, Ruchi, for joining, because she bid farewell to Kathmandu 30 years ago when we left, and she hadn't come back till now. So, I have to thank actually AiM. I couldn't bring her back. You guys did, So thank you so much for that. As I was saying, it's been a privilege to serve luxury, really. I've enjoyed it. I often, when I'm talking to myself, I often say, you've been really lucky. It is the best job in the world. I think to be a luxury hotelier is the best job in the world. I really deeply believe that, and it pains me at times when I see people struggle about whether they should continue with a career in hospitality. So that's another topic for another day. I think that it's been wonderful to serve luxury, and I hope I get a chance to continue to serve luxury. We are working on one or two very, very exciting hotels that we'll talk about in the next 6 months. So it would be very nice. 40 years ago, when Ajay and I were sent by Mr. Oberoi to take a look at some of the world's best hotels, which were the Oriental in Bangkok and the Regent in Hong Kong, and that caliber of hotels. And when we guys came back, that is when the Oberoi brand was created. It was Oberoi Sheraton or Oberoi Intercontinental before that. And it's really very, very satisfying that 25, 30 years later, the world's best hotels, the access has shifted. It's no longer there in the Far East, it's come to our country. You have the Oberoi, the Taj, and the Leela, which are consistently rated as the world's best. And that's been such a satisfying journey to see this exciting shift. Luxury is back, as Rajiv very, very eloquently was sharing with us what has happened post-COVID. Luxury is back. But luxury is more experiential than ever before. It's more experiential than ever before. And to all the wonderful people in this room, enormous talent in this room, I would only encourage them to get more creative, because really there are so many hotels being built, and please don't make ordinary hotels. Build special hotels. Build special hotels. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you again for this. Yeah. I just have one word, KB, we love you. But for me, Bhisham Pitama is Rakesh Mathur.
To give away this award, the last award of the evening, I call on stage Mr. Ratan Keswani. Please join me. Now, please welcome Mr. Keswani on the stage, please. I'm just trying to remember a share about this person who we wish to award the honor this evening. खुदी को कर बुलंद इतना, खुदा बंदे से कुछ पूछे, बता तेरी रज़ा क्या है. This guy does not need instruction. He doesn't ever carry any visiting card. He said, tigers don't carry a card in jungle. So I will not talk much, because the more I talk about him, I start laughing. So I will have one of his prodigy to talk about him. May I call upon stage Mr. Vikram Singh to talk about this personality, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is such an honor and privilege on behalf of the hotel to have such an august gathering with us. Captains and stalwarts of this industry, some of the people in the gathering, some of the people on the stage. I think it's the pleasure for Nepal and the hospitality associates over here. But at the end of the day, they are people that you learn from. They are mentors, they are heroes. They are people who invisibly teach you. They are people who visibly teach you. There are a lot of mentors over here. For me, on somebody who has taught us visibly, invisibly for me, learning through his posts. Gentleman is on stage, Mr. Rajiv Menon. But the gentleman that it has been an honor and privilege to work for, who has taught us so much. When I was a general manager starting off, a person who has done so much and needs no recognition per se. I can say a few of his dialogues which he used to say to us was, यार तू English में मत बोला कर, English can glorify anything. हिंदी में जवाब दे दे हाँ या ना. So, among many other things, what can I say? about the gentleman. General manager at 29 years of age, went on to become vice president, ITC Hotels, went on to do some of the greatest growth Fortune Hotels ever saw, and still manages to inspire us each and every day. So please may I request Mr. Suresh Kumar to come on stage, please.
Thank you, Vikram. May I request Mr. Keswani to say whatever, say as much as you can. Even that will be less.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Wonderful to see all of you here. Wonderful to see mentors, friends. But Suresh and I go back a long time. And I have a story to tell, which I've told some other people before, but I want to say it again. He is one of the most passionate, funny person that you can ever meet in your life. Yet, it's a paradox that when he teaches, he becomes a philosopher and evangelist. I mean, you don't see it in him, but he's truly that way when he teaches people. I first met Suresh when I got my assignment to be general manager of the Oberoi Bangalore many years ago, back in 1999. Through some common friends we met. I was struggling to get to know the city, get to know the people. And he met me at a drink and he said, your guys weren't introduced to all the right people. You haven't had a handover. So ऐसा करते, तो मेरे ऑफिस में आ जा, जो भी corporate MDs हैं, वो मेरे को क्या पे करते हैं, उनका potential कितना है, तो मेरे से आके ले ले. He's my prime competitor. He's a general manager of Windsor Manor. और अगर कोई appointment नहीं देता तो मेरे को बता देना, मेरी secretary तेरी appointment करवा देगी. Nobody in the world can believe that your prime competitor would offer to set you up and tell you how you could compete with him. And he said, बाकी जो competition होगी, हम और तू करेंगे. जो जीता, वो सिकंदर. For some of you that don't know him, his drinking habits. So we used to actually, the city used to be full. Sometimes we did well. But he would then say, do you have rooms? They're my prime customers. Don't poach them. Look after them well. And we used to do the same thing for me. So we used to actually share customers and happily use the other person's reference to say, he's referred you, but I'll look after you. I won't poach you. That's a wonderful thing to do. For most of you that may not know this about him, he only and has only, other than wine, consumed Old Monk. And that's another reason why we became friends. And wherever he would go, sometimes Old Monk was not available. So his ex-colleagues would know that if you've invited Suresh Kumar, either you make sure you have Old Monk, but if you don't, he'll have brought it with him anyway in his car. So ladies and gentlemen, Suresh Kumar, wonderful person. I've learned a lot about how to manage owners from him. He used to tell me, 6 baje ke baad bolna, baat nahi karta main, because main nahi baat karta, Saturday, Sunday ko bhi nahi karta. So we'll follow the same thing, because then they'll understand that's how managed hotels work. So I wish him all the best. I'm very glad that he's been selected for this felicitation. And it's been an honor absolutely to know him as a competitor, as a peer, and as a friend. Suresh Kumar.
Thank you, Mr. Keswani. Thanks a lot, Mr. Keswani, Mr. Suresh Kumar. Please share some of your laughters with us, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Even today, normally on a reward days, even in the company for 40 years that I worked, my report was always missing. So was today. You couldn't find my paper. So just imagine that is the luck that I brought. But I think it is good to be here. Thank you, AiM. Shri Sharma, Shri Kaul Sahab, Management Committee, and to be part of this stall. Look at this luminary sitting here. Maybe I don't belong to this place because I think a short stint of 40 years in my journey, what I've only learned is, and I think I'm always grateful to Almighty, and I always say I am blessed. I'm blessed to have great affection from everybody. It's not true that I didn't carry my cards, but I think I was always hesitant to give it. Obviously, if you are going to be placed in a cardex, then why give a card? So I always believe that if the leader is maverick, he has a great team behind him. And if a leader doesn't know what his job is, he delegates. So I think I learned these two arts. Empowerment was the only thing that I learned from management jargons. So that means empower your people. They will keep you high. So I think thank you very much. I would have given Gyan after old monk. You had monk of happiness in the morning. You will have old monk in the evening. Thank you so much. Thank you.
May I request Mr. Call to join me on stage for the group photograph?